What if some places on Earth were never meant to be discovered, not because they were hidden, but because someone wanted them forgotten, high in the mountains, far away from cities, far away from roads? There is a cave so isolated that almost nobody knew it existed. For years, locals avoided it, not because of animals, not because of danger, but because of stories. Stories about strange sounds coming from deep underground. Stories about people who entered and never came back. Most believed they were only myths, old legends, the kind of stories people tell children to keep them away from dangerous places. But then everything changed. A group of explorers found the entrance, hidden behind rocks, covered by trees, almost impossible to see. At first, they thought it was natural, just another cave, another forgotten place. But they were wrong, very wrong, because the moment they stepped inside, they realized this place was different. The air felt strange, heavy, cold, silent, too silent. No wind, no animals, no sound at all, only darkness. And then their lights revealed something that shouldn't have existed. The walls weren't rough stone. They were smooth, perfectly smooth, like they had been carved with impossible precision. And deeper inside, they found markings, symbols, patterns, shapes no one could explain. That was the moment they realized this cave was hiding something. At first, the explorers tried to stay calm. There had to be an explanation. Maybe miners, maybe an ancient civilization, maybe natural erosion. But the deeper they went, the less those explanations made sense. The tunnel stretched forward, far beyond what anyone expected, and the walls continued to look unnatural. Perfect lines, sharp edges, smooth surfaces, almost like a hallway. Not a cave, a hallway built underground. Every step made the feeling worse. One explorer later said, it felt like they were being watched, not by animals, not by people, but by something hidden in the darkness. Then they discovered the first chamber, massive, far larger than it should have been. Their lights barely reached the ceiling, and in the center stood something impossible, a structure made of stone, symmetrical, precise, deliberate. It looked ancient, far older than anything nearby. No one understood how it could exist there. Who built it? Why was it hidden underground? And how long had it been waiting there? The explorers moved closer, carefully, slowly, and then they noticed the symbols, strange markings covering the surface, repeating patterns, unknown language, no modern explanation. Some symbols looked mathematical, others almost religious. The deeper they looked, the stranger it became, because this wasn't random. This place had been designed, built intentionally, and that meant someone or something had once lived there. The team began documenting everything. Photos, videos, measurements. Every detail mattered, because discoveries like this shouldn't exist. Not there, not underground, not hidden beneath miles of rock. One explorer touched the wall and immediately pulled his hand away. It felt strange, too smooth, too cold, like polished metal. But it wasn't metal. It was stone, ancient stone. And then they heard something, a sound, very faint, somewhere deeper in the cave. At first, they thought it was water, But it wasn't. The sound almost resembled movement. Slow, careful, deliberate. The entire group stopped. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. Only silence. And then the sound disappeared. One of the explorers wanted to leave immediately, but the others refused. They had come too far, and curiosity is powerful, especially when people believe they are about to uncover history itself. So they continued, deeper, further underground. The tunnel narrowed. The air became colder, harder to breathe. Then suddenly, the cave opened again, and what they saw made everyone freeze. Stairs, massive stone stairs, leading downward into complete darkness. Not broken, not natural, perfectly shaped, like they had been built for someone to use. But who and where did they lead? The team stood there, staring into the darkness below, knowing one thing: if they continued, there might be no turning back. For several minutes, nobody moved. The stairs disappeared into darkness so deep their lights couldn't reach the bottom. Every instinct told them to leave, but curiosity won. Slowly, they began descending, one step at a time. The deeper they went, the quieter the cave became. No dripping water, no echo, nothing, just silence, an unnatural silence. Then, they noticed the walls changing. The stone became darker, smoother, almost polished, and strange symbols appeared again, more complex this time, covering entire sections of the tunnel. One explorer filmed everything, but later, parts of the footage disappeared, corrupted, destroyed. Nobody could explain why. Halfway down, they found something disturbing. Footprints, not animal tracks, human footprints, old ones, deep in the dust, leading downward, but none coming back up. That changed everything, because it meant someone had been there before them. Someone else had entered the cave and never returned. Fear spread through the group. One explorer suggested turning back. Another refused. They argued quietly, surrounded by darkness. And then they heard it again. That sound, closer this time, a low vibration, almost mechanical, impossible. There shouldn't have been anything alive, that deep underground. But something was down there, waiting. And somehow, the cave no longer felt abandoned. The deeper they traveled, the stranger reality became. Their equipment started failing. Lights flickered. Batteries drained too quickly. Cameras froze without warning. One explorer claimed his compass was spinning uncontrollably. Another said he could hear whispers. Nobody else heard them. At least, not at first. The tunnel eventually opened into the largest chamber yet, and in the center stood enormous pillars, perfectly aligned. Like part of an ancient temple, dust covered everything, meaning nobody had entered for centuries. Maybe longer. The explorers walked carefully between the pillars, and then their lights revealed something terrifying. Statues, massive statues, carved directly into stone walls. Humanoid, but wrong. The proportions weren't normal. The faces didn't look human. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. The atmosphere felt heavy, like the entire chamber was watching them. Then one explorer noticed something else. The floor, it wasn't stone. It was covered with massive geometric patterns. Circles, lines, symbols, all connected together, almost like a machine or a map. And suddenly, the cave no longer seemed ancient. It seemed intelligent, designed, purposeful, Whoever built this place understood things far beyond normal civilization, and one terrifying question began growing in everyone's mind. What if this place was never meant to be found?